I was in my 20s, pregnant with Harmony. I've got like this 6-month belly. And I go to my best friend's house, Carrie, and Matt is there, or he shows up, like one of the two, like I don't remember, but anyway, he's there. Still wasn't so, like I'm married at this point, we've got like, I'm pregnant with my 3rd child, but there was just this thing, you know, like I just had this connection with him, and I don't know what Carrie was doing, and she got up to go do something. And so she wasn't in the room at the time, and he and I are just sitting there, and he's on the floor. I kind of remember him like kind of like to the side, like sitting on the floor to the side with his elbow up on the sofa, something like that, you know. And he like out of nowhere says, "Hey, you know, we should go like do the deed." And I like stop for a minute and I like look at him. And then he like laughs and he's like, "No, I'm just kidding." He's like, "I've always just wanted to with a pregnant woman." And like that was it. And then we move on, right? Okay, well, let me tell you something about that moment. That stop and my thought, like that pause, that was me thinking, like, could I do this? Is that wrong? It is wrong. And I'm like processing it, you know, like I'm trying to justify it in my head to make it not wrong, which I knew it was wrong and no, it didn't happen. But I just in that moment was just like paused, because he was the person I wanted, and not in just that way, you know, like he was the one. And I always just think back to that, like when he said that, it was just like so funny, and it's like so him, like so random. But I always just thought that was like a funny moment of him and I. He didn't remember it. He like started laughing when I told him, like when we, you know, came back together and I told him about it. He started laughing. He's like, that would be something I would do and say, but he has like no memory of it. But no, it actually happened. Yeah, and I did contemplate it. Okay, so let me tell you what I did to him, right? We're in high school and I like him, right? I already did the video about how like I was in total love with him. And there was this girl that she was like this new girl that came in, and she had blonde hair and she was pretty, I guess. She was. Apparently she liked him, but whatever. But she's pretty. I have this class with her, and he would come to my class because he would give me a ride home every day. And he would show up and we would hang out. I comes into this class one day and this new girl is there, and she's sitting, the desk girl kind of like pushed to the side, like on like almost like in storage kind of. And she's sitting on the desk, and her and him and I are standing there talking. And she's like sitting on the desk with like, let me see if I can get like far enough out, but like with her legs like open, you know, can you see that? Like she's sitting, but with her legs open. And she's eating Skittles. I call her the Skittles girl, just so you know. Like when I talk to him about her, I call her the Skittles girl. Anyway, so so she's eating Skittles, and she drops a red Skittles. This is how much I remember. And she picks it up and she rubs it up her, and she eats it. Dude, standing there with his mouth like dropped open like this. I wanted to kill him. I absolutely wanted, but I'm not his girlfriend. Like he's not doing anything wrong, but I want to be his girlfriend. And he is like drooling over this like slutty chick who's like sliding the Skittles up her. And I was just like, oh, I was so mad. I was so frustrated. And then she asked him for a ride home. And she lived like way out there. I lived in town, so it only made sense for me to get dropped off first, and then he would go and drop her off. But oh no, that is not happening. No way in hell am I about to let that happen. So I go ahead and let him know that, okay, we'll drop her off first. Like he doesn't even think about the fact that I'm like telling him who he's gonna drop off. And he only has 2 seats in his car because he has taken his back seat out of his car and it has like a speaker or something. Like I don't even know what was going on. And it's a stick shift, so like that's that console in the middle, right? So her and I are walking, he's on the other side of the car, her and I are walking, and she like pulls me to the side and she's like, Linda, let me sit in the middle of y'all. And I looked at her, I was like, no, no. And I walked ahead in front of her and like opened the door and climbed in between them. I was staying in between them, no way in hell was she getting close to him. And we went, and it was the best ride ever because I got to like sit very close to him. And we went and dropped her off, and I definitely could tell she was annoyed. Of course, he brings me home, and then you know, that's the end of her. I know people tried to like set him up or something. I don't know. But whatever, from what I understand, I don't want to know if it happened. I don't want to know. That's the end of her right there. Boom. She's done. Over. Gone. I don't know. I don't know that that's like healthy jealousy or not. It's definitely some blocking. Like straight up. If I would have only had the, like, I had the audacity to do that, but didn't have the guts to say, hey, I like you. Like, if only, that would have been like a huge major change in the world, I guarantee you. Anyway, that is a Matt and Linda. Oh my goodness.